See this face? This face here is one of the best Joshis in the world. Yes, this face right here. Like, here is how many discovered Miu Watanabe. But this is how I first saw her. Miu Watanabe has the most hyped theme song in TJPW. It starts with massive idol wailing going, Yuna! And it's just so freaking welcoming and dope, and the adrenaline filling my veins. I can go punch God now. The LOVE. Look, if you see this face and you hate it, I am totally judging you. Oh, don't like the music? Okay, here you go. Oh, you still hate it? Seek therapy. Look at her play Resident Evil 7, but clearly hates it and is horrified, but she keeps playing, damn it. She keeps playing, even comes back for another session, damn it, because that is Miu Watanabe's perseverance, even behind sunglasses. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. After finishing this video, I now think Miu Watanabe is flat out TJPW's best performer. Aww, Miu has great physical body control and seemingly has a unique face for anything. I personally didn't realize just how deep Miu Watanabe goes into this particular detail, but in making this video, she has given the best performances in TJPW, including my personal favorite one that I've seen, where she's so in the zone that she is crying and wailing in audible pain, but still rising up, willing her body beyond its limit to continue fighting. The tears flowing here. Miu Watanabe's career arc is simple. The protagonist in a fantasy story. See, TJPW is formatted in a different way. Let me be an oat milk drinking coffee wizard guy looking at old scrolls in the ancient towers of Cage Match and interpret something here. If you peruse and ponder at the Princess of Princes Championship history, you see a pattern, and it becomes crystal clear that there are 4 lords of a throne, like in Dark Souls or whatever, the 4 pillars. Because TJPW does feel very much like a fantasy kingdom of fairy tale stories, like one where a child gets a monster to show emotions. It's wrestling, but it's Miyazaki. And it's also Miyazaki. And it's also a carnival and a variety show, and there's Aja Kong, and there's high quality performances. The Princess of Princes title being the Iron Throne. They become Elden Lord, holder of the One Ring, whatever fantasy element or jewelry, because it's always jewelry, whatever you want. They are the Princess of Princesses of TJPW, and has been a war primarily between 4 lords. The Big Kaiju Shoko Nakajima, 2-time Princess of Princess champion for a collective 388 days. Princess Tag Team Champion with Yuka Sakazaki for 112 days. Winner of the Tokyo Princess Cup and Princess Tag Team Tournament. Yuka Sakazaki, 4-time Princess Tag Team Champion, winner of the Princess Tag Team Tournament and Princess Cup. 3-time Pop Champion for a collective 671 days. The White Dragon, Rika Tatsumi, Princess Tag Team Champion for 370 days. International Princess Champion for 205 days. Princess of Princess Champion for 120 days. Max Heart Tournament winner, Princess of the Decade winner, and first Triple Crown Champion. And the ace, Miyu Yamashita, the unequivocal ace, Princess Tag Team Champion for 13 days, Max Heart Tournament winner, Tokyo Princess Cup winner, and 4-time Princess of Princess Champion for a collective 1,239 days. Many of TJPW's inhabitants have fought for the title of Princess of Princesses, and while few have broke through, notably Mizuki, the primary title holders were always these 4 lords. I wasn't around, but apparently the TJPW English-speaking audience reacted to this, how Douglas Adams said.
This made a lot of people very angry and has been widely regarded as a bad move.
That's what makes this promotion a lot of fun, actually. The overall world stakes are simple. 4 powerful lords. Defeat them. But here comes a corporate-funded subunit to an idol group. These 4 warriors of different colors. The Up Girls. One of these 4 will fulfill the prophecy. It's simple fantasy. Warriors with unique skills on a quest to be the princess of princesses of an entire kingdom of cute idol-like creatures. Oh, Miu Watanabe always wanted to be an idol and saw the Up Girls were holding auditions for their pro wrestling variant. So Miu Watanabe put up with the wrestling just to become an idol. To become the best, she put in the work and even cried while training, but she was gaining muscle mass untraditional of an idol. But wrestling eventually became the thing she loves. It's in her theme song. This is Miu Watanabe, the powerhouse of TJPW, who uses powerful slams, strong strikes, a laser beam, and a viral swing, then finishes them off with the teardrop, a move that requires strength and a lot of perseverance. The mode of a proper protagonist. This face right here. She started her career strong by defeating fellow Up Girl member Hikari Noa in her debut match by trying to break her back. Everyone in TJPW is in some sort of tag team, and Miu found hers early on with Rika Tatsumi during the White Dragon's quest to return her friend Misao from the dark side, away from the villainous clutches of the beautiful Saki-sama. Miu and Rika would face Neo Bishigun and neutralize Saki-sama to just a one-on-one battle between Rika and Misao. Finally, Rika would hit a flying hip attack to vanquish the villain of the season and win the Princess Tag Team titles. For 370 days, Daydream were the princesses of the kingdom until the first Wrestle Princess came around and they lost to actual sisters. Shortly after, Rika Tatsumi faced Yuka Sakazaki during her 428-day reign and defeated the magical girl to become the new Princess of Princesses, leading to an eventual title defense against 2 friends for the fate of a kingdom. But hold up! Before we continue, I gotta bring up this video sponsor, Liquid Death. Are you the type who is always parched during wrestling from going, "This is awesome, this is awesome"? Why drink another sugary corn-sweetened drink from a corporate company and wallow in the misery of your own dark life with alcohol when you can spend $4 on a can of water? Liquid Death. Liquid Death is a sparkling water disguised in a cool can because it's so cool. This is so cool. Even the Joshis love the taste of Liquid Death. The first hit of the carbonation, the clean filtered water. Don't let the awareness that you're drinking water from a large beer-sized can fool you. This is Liquid Death. Liquid Death. Drink it and become death itself. Oppenheimer. Just use the code MeerkatDeath in the description for 0% off your next case. Liquid Death. Save yourself from death with Liquid. Miu Watanabe's first opportunity at the Princess of Princess title, and it's against her best friend, Rika Tatsumi. Despite their tag team relationship, they went all out and had an emotionally charged match. Rika is too resilient of a champion, however, and secured a definitive victory over the younger Miu with her OP move, the flying hip attack. To reach another shot at the top of the kingdom, Miu Watanabe would have to win the Tokyo Princess Cup Tournament 2021, a single elimination tournament where she made it to the semifinals, but had one of the 4 lords, the Big Kaiju Shoko Nakajima, blocking her path. This face here, this face belongs to one of the best Joshis around as well. Oh, this face.
The little Kaiju. The Big Kaiju. Shoko Nakajima might be the best that Tokyo Joshi has to offer. She has everything, incredible talent.
I agree, Aoki. Enough said. I adore Shoko. In doing these longer form TJPW dives, there are 2 constants in every single experience. How did they act with Hyper Misao and Shoko Nakajima? She's had good matches with everyone, a big professional out there, and I highly implore the more workhorse wrestling fans to watch Shoko Nakajima. Also, here she is on a random-ass episode of SWAT. Oh, holy Sheeta! Oh, get the gun, get the gun! Oh, Miu Yamashita! Shoko Nakajima and Miu have a fun, competitive pro wrestling match. Miu with the powerful, emotionally charged strength and letting her body go with the performance and the amazing counter abilities from Watanabe, leading into the giant swing on Shoko. This brilliant parry of the 619, the immediate strength from Miu, the powerful laser beam, her face after. The finish was sick and flowed naturally to reward the quick nimbleness and precise movement of the Big Kaiju. It was a counter of the teardrop from Shoko Nakajima, leading into back-to-back Northern Lights suplexes, rolling into each other and giving Shoko the victory. Miu's journey to the Princess of Princess title will have to wait because she has to meet her rival, Hikari Noa, her fellow member of the Up Up Girls. I first watched this match when I was making the Hikari Noa video, and I realized then that Miu Watanabe was a good wrestler beyond having a hype theme. By this point, Hikari Noa and Miu Watanabe were trading wins back and forth. You can see the emotion in Miu, putting so much effort into her faces before she executes a move. Applying on the same backbreaker, she defeated Hikari Noa to begin both of their careers. The amount of control Miu had in this match, forcing Noa to hit super huge moves, the desperation in Noa's face, Miu returning fire with her powerful laser beam, but she goes after the laser beam one too many times, and Hikari counters directly into her blizzard suplex finish with the immaculate bridge. It was a single mistake for Miu Watanabe, and she lost to her rival. She wouldn't go long in defeat, as finally her and Rika Tatsumi would get revenge against the Bakuretsu sisters to win the Max Heart tournament, carrying this momentum into the chance to become the princesses again. But they're up against a very OP team, the OP team of the Magical Sugar Rabbits as the Grand Princess 2022. Grand Princess indeed, as Daydream enters like this. Meanwhile, the Magi Rabbits get the whole Princess Kingdom Hearts entrance with a really dope production here. You got the adorable Princess Tag Team Champions on a magic carpet for crying out loud, and they are touring around a sea of audience. Oh dear. You got the silly little rabbit Mizuki and the always powerful and strong magical girl, Yuka Sakazaki. Magi Rabbits are always a fun, silly little tag team where Yuka tosses Mizuki around like the strongman athletic tag teams of the past. They call their moves cute names like Toy Story 3 and 4. But Miu Watanabe takes that cuteness and swing those adorable rabbits around and around and around, distorting time to where Claudio will be wrestling a match and suddenly have dark thoughts about Miu Watanabe having the better giant swing, and oh, suddenly Claudio fucking loses focus and loses the goddamn match. Every time, it's because of Miu Watanabe being better. The more you know. But the Magi Rabbits have great anime friendship, damn it. Their adorable teamwork is so OP and seemingly never been nerfed in later patches. Add in Yuka Sakazaki's aggressive murder forearms for a deadly combination of sugary speed and magical punishment. Mizuki's beautiful whirling candy, and the Magi Rabbits are just too powerful to defeat. So later in the year, Miu would achieve great success in the Tokyo Princess Cup 2022. Rika Tatsumi would have a sudden defeat by Suzume, but Miu would enter the semifinals and face a very tough lord of TJPW. The Lord, the Ace, Miu Yamashita. Miu Yamashita versus Miu Watanabe was a badass match with huge stakes and implications for Miu. Throughout her career, she had been unable to defeat Yamashita. She's motivated like this. Fuck. I love this one as well, as you have an upcoming star facing off against the Ace. How she performs is so important to her character, and Miu is so freaking good in her role here. Her faces of near death are impeccable. Her escape here, only to die, sells her body's instinct to survive the big swing. Her face after. Yamashita is a complete Mortal Kombat character. It's unnatural how much of an action star she should really be. The perfect kicks and precision just nailing it, and Watanabe knowing just how to let her body die. But my favorite part was the usual strike-off spots you get in every single match ever in existence. Watanabe has a moment where she starts to cry, and you can see her push further and further to keep up with the striking of Yamashita, getting her ass fucking kicked completely, and still she pushes further and further, strikes even harder, completely dies, the final boss of TJPW here to smash your princess's dreams. But Miu Watanabe has a teardrop that can work miracles even against the most powerful of lords. With this miracle, she defeated Miu Yamashita in a hell of a performance. Her emotions after were like, how the hell can you not root for Miu Watanabe? This is your protagonist. The genuine emotions mixed with the joy of having defeated someone like Miu Yamashita in a clean victory. Beautiful moments that you get in wrestling. Miu Watanabe outdoes this performance in the finals. Yuka Sakazaki, the magical girl, former Princess of Princes champion, one of the High Lords of the Kingdom. To topple her would cement Miu Watanabe amongst the highest echelon of TJPW, and it's absolutely both my favorite match I've seen in TJPW and my favorite performances from both Yuka Sakazaki and especially Miu Watanabe, who friggin' slays it, knocks it so far out of the park that this is what I would personally give awards to. It was an emotional, intense, highly combative Yuka countering the swing like this. Hard-hitting and powerful piece of wrestling. So many moments to point to, so many good pieces, but again, this portion where Miu Watanabe is in the corner, on the verge of breaking down, crying through the pain she's in, takes in the suffering, rising up and faces Yukasaki with a goddamn laser beam. The ending portion is second phase magical god Yuka Sakazaki, knowing she has the battle won, yet allows Miu the chance to shoot her best shots at her. Miu Watanabe is just not at her level yet, and Yuka Sakazaki finally finishes the job with the most vicious magical merry-go-round that I have ever seen. A powerful performance, Yuka staring at Miu, the respect earned, the storytelling displayed with just looks, and then the anime credits. This is what I'm talking about. When wrestling is theater, it's so good like this. Miu Watanabe's all-time best performance. Everything she does is so camera-friendly and readable to any audience regardless of language or generally any pro wrestling knowledge. Despite the loss, she would soon be rewarded by defeating Suzume and earning a shot at the International Princess title held by Alex Windsor, where Watanabe had to wrestle as the lesser powerhouse in a more Western style to score a victory in her first singles title in TJPW. She would defend the title against international opponents such as Trish Adora and Janai Kai, but she would get her revenge against Yuka, not in a title defense, but in a hair braiding competition. Oh, Yuka gets this point. Next round is jump rope of death. Oh, the jump rope, not the jump rope. And Yuka fails. Oh, Yuka. Final round would be settled by drawing. Oh, the drawing. It looks like Yuka sucks. Oh, she sucks. She sucks at drawing. Oh, Miu wins. Revenge completed. Despite her title reign being an excellent representation for featuring international talents, Miu Watanabe's next opponent was personal, her own partner.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It's a good time to mention that I very much enjoy Rika Tatsumi every single time I see her. I love how she screams and the strategies she employs against the legs. She doesn't always hit her moves in the most beautiful way, but I appreciate the emotions and the fighting spirit she displays. The absurdity of her hip attack being so OP, and I love her in-ring gear. I love her in-ring gear. I also love how at any moment, even if it's during a giant swing, Rika Tatsumi can rise up like a zombie and go, I'm gonna fucking kill you! I'm gonna fucking kill you! And chokes her like the psycho dragon she is. And Rika latching on the dragon sleeper, but Miu counters and swings Rika like this. Oh, holy shit! Oh my god! God damn! That is literally one of the best spots I've seen in wrestling. This was an anime battle between friends, that classic student versus mentor, the more battle-tested dragon versus the strong idol with more perseverance than most know what to do with. Most wrestlers have a move that is so vital to their matches and their wins. Okada and his dropkick, for example. Miu Watanabe has her laser beam, but Rika Tatsumi has her hip attack that she can bust out anytime. But Rika's hip is so deadly, it's beyond a vital signature. She can finish people straight off, and few have any answer for it. Yet she still loses to Rika's Dragon Sleeper.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Rika Tatsumi doesn't just win the International Princess belt, she becomes the first Triple Crown winner in TJPW. It would take a surprising while before Miu Watanabe would reach this level of success again, finally winning the #1 contendership to the Princess of Princes Championship much later in 2024 by outlasting 4 other strong women in an elimination match, finishing off Yuka Kamifuku in the final moments to secure her spot at Grand Princess. Miu Watanabe's biggest opportunity against the champion, she who was on top, the biggest badass of TJPW, the ace, Miyu Yamashita. But Miu Watanabe has beaten Miyu Yamashita before. This time, they are equals. But for any long-time TJPW fans of Miu Watanabe, they certainly must have been quite tense. The big spots landing that much more, the faces of Miu hitting that much harder, the complete boss mode of Yamashita that much more frightening. This is the final boss of this fantasy story, and to fulfill an interesting company-wide arc for a singles world title is so epic in nature that this match, under these stakes, is actually so much fun for me to watch. Like last time, Miu dodges the skull kick and ends up hitting the teardrop, but Miu pops up into God mode, and the final boss of TJPW appears before everyone's eyes and kicks the fuck out of Miu.
Laser beam!
But Miu kicks out, which is huge, so huge! She beats the god down to size and lands a huge major laser beam, final teardrop to slay a god and bring forth a new era. It's the classic fairy tale ending. She has her crown, and here is her court. But this is wrestling. Her reign can end at any time, and the flames of the recycled old can coulter their way back at any moment. Time will tell that the new guard of TJPW will be the ones to step up and take the kingdom for themselves. There's still so much more story out of Miu Watanabe in this new journey that she is on. Shoko Nakajima is next. Rika Tatsumi must be defeated. For a company that is absurd as hell, wins and losses truly mean something. But this is coming from a bitter old wizard in need of more coffee, simply observing the lore from afar and seeing a world ripe with a variety of stories about princesses and friendship. I see people who held this highest crown between them, and then Miu Watanabe busts in like the player character in any Souls game and beat the game. Along the way, she met friends, experienced wins, heartbreak, but still maintained her strength, her perseverance, and character by fighting through the pain, even if it means crying, and giving a big laser beam to the chest of fate, and use her tears to drop the hierarchy down. Miu Watanabe plays the role of a protagonist in a fantasy story with great professional wrestling matches. Every important beat in her arc happened in her performance in a match, whether she won or lost. That's a great professional wrestler. Swear to Raku, I went into this video knowing Miu was good, but I didn't expect her to reach the top tier wrestlers. Beyond her adorable and right soul that is impossible not to root for, her performances in the ring are goddamn Broadway. Her match with Yuka Sakazaki is my favorite performance in TJPW so far, a premier example of everything I like about pro wrestling. She makes pro wrestling into the work of art that I like to see, and I'm finishing this video with triple the appreciation for Miu Watanabe. This face here is one of the best Joshis currently. Yes, this face, this one right here, this one who broke the camera like this and just fixed it while singing still. This face. This face is one of the best. And thank you to all my Patreon sponsors and all my members of my Patreon who voted for this video and got it into a tie. And thank you to all my Twitter followers who voted this video into existence. Thank you to my newest one, Aldo, and Bogo, and Impossible033. You also have Jeff, the Up Channel Tees, Renee Valdez, Ace Trace, Maddox, Justin Stein, Matthew Pilachuska, Neil Jefu, Darren, Dan Work, Kev Mullen, Adam K, Wake Hunter Shige, Party Money 520, Juggernaut Graphics, Shut Up Bingo That Wave, Aaron Zacharias, 4522, I Want Victims, JLA, Julia's Sunglasses, Chihuahua, Baldine, Pickle Simon, Scott Racer, Steven Siemens, Kavatari _D, Lil Choop Choop, Tony Davis, Jesse, The Outlaw, Dodge, Morningstar, and Doggle Snake. Thank you so much.